Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back in my office for the long-awaited Scott Antique Market haul. I am very excited to share with you this haul. So Scott runs the second week of every month here in Atlanta, Georgia. They also have a location in Ohio, but that one doesn't run every month. I think it only runs 4 or 5 months out of the year. And I believe it's the third week of the month. So it runs from Thursday all the way to Sunday, the one here in Atlanta, Georgia. I usually go Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is exactly what I did this month. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the haul from Thursday today, and then I'll combine Friday and Saturday with you in tomorrow's videos. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a basket with smaller pieces and I have a basket with four large pieces. So let's get the large pieces out of the way. So just to let you know, these pieces are straight out of the box, straight out of the boxes. So there's no cleaning, no processing. This is just straight from Scott. I'm gonna be doing this haul for you because I just wanted to get this haul out to you guys so I can start taking photographs and getting these pieces up on my eBay. So this is the first piece that I grabbed, and for those of you who know, I am an Italy pottery freak. I love Italian pottery. I spotted this from a mile away. Nobody wanted it. And most people that buy there know that I like the Italian stuff, and so they handed this off to me. It just has a sticker that says handmade in Italy on the bottom, but just from how the bottom looks and this coloring, I am pretty sure it's Batosi. I did some research last night, and from what I saw, this is from the Raymore Bellini line, and so I'm really excited to have one of his pieces in my possession until it finds a home. The next piece is also Italy, and this is a matching piece to that vase. It's a canister, like a kitchen canister. I'm pretty sure this came out of a set of 3 or 4, maybe even 5. This might have been the second to large or third to large size. But it has the same sticker on the bottom, handmade in Italy. It's the exact same print and everything, so this is probably another Batosi piece. I did not find any of these jars online, and so I'm hoping that that means it's a little bit rarer. It does have a little bit of chipping on the inside, but as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, there are people out there like myself that don't mind chipping. It's part of the history of the piece, and there's nothing wrong with it. Plus, it's under the lid and you can't see it. I've sold Italian pieces like this where the top is busted, the lid is busted, and people buy them for full price without haggling. These next 2 pieces I think I'm gonna sell as a pair. I'm trying to get the front of them. So they're these Portugal, I'm trying to show you the bottom of them, made in Portugal. I feel like this one is beautiful, the blue and the white. This would be a beautiful piece to sell on its own. I feel like this one is a little bit, not a rarer color, but I don't see this color going by itself. And so that's the reason why I'm choosing to sell them as a pair. Again, very chipped up. But honestly, like, look how cool they look. Like, they look like they're ancient with these chipping on the bottom. And again, if you have them on a table set like that, you're not gonna see that chipping. And so that does not deter me from buying really valuable, really beautiful pieces. Okay, this next item I'm really excited about because it's my first Steuben Glass piece. So Steuben is a very highly esteemed glass maker. I find their pieces all the time in estate sales, but they're either way over retail actually, or by the time they're discounted, they're already gone. And usually they're clear. So to find an amethyst one, which is right up my alley, and it's very in right now to have this purple amethyst color. It is signed on the bottom. I'm very excited to have this. I'll put up on the screen where Steuben originated because I can't remember off the top of my head. But they are a very highly esteemed glass maker, and I'm really excited to be in possession of this piece. That's another thing about this business. It's so much fun to say that you own these pieces or that you've been in ownership of these pieces, and you get to just enjoy them a little bit until they go off to their new home. So when I first spotted these next pieces, I thought they were Italy. They're these horse heads. I don't feel like they're heavy enough to be bookends, but if you wanted to just display them on a bookshelf, I think they would be perfect for that. I thought they were Italy, like I said, but they're not, and they're a little bit more contemporary than they look. They're by the company called Lotus, and it is Stoke Gabriel, and I believe they're Denmark. So this swirl and this bubbly glaze is very distinguishable for Denmark, and so I picked those up, and I'm excited to see how they do, because when I looked up this brand, the prices were all over the place, and they do sell, but I didn't see any of the horses, so I'm excited to see how those are gonna do. This next piece is, it is old, and it is I don't think it's African American. I think it's Native American. It's this basket, and it has the attachable lid, which is a sign of quality and a sign of it being a little bit older because it was used. Very nicely woven. I love the tricolor of it, and anybody who has that bohemian or southwestern decor, this would be a great piece to just stick up on a shelf or in a bookcase. It looks great. You could also, put some flowers in it and keep this off. You could stylize this any way you want. So pick that piece up. This next piece, unfortunately, is not signed, but it's really good quality. It's very heavy. I might continue to look for a signature, but like I said, it's really, it's very heavy. It's very nicely made. Even the placements of where these hooks are really well done. Usually you'll just see them slapped on, or like they're barely hanging by a thread. You know that those were not made by an artist. Those were like mass produced. And then what I loved about it is that it's not just trees, but it has these copper accents of animals. So there's a rabbit right here and a crow right there. And so this piece is really cool. I could definitely see this piece hanging on my personal gallery wall, but I'm definitely going to pop it up on eBay and see how it does, because it's really cool. Even without a signature, somebody would definitely be interested in that piece. I had never seen these pieces before. They're by the brand Nambe, and I can't remember if it was a Denmark brand or if it was just Japan. But these are very mid-century. They have mid-century lines. They are from the 80s, so they're a little bit more contemporary than the mid-century era. But their lines are very mid-century, so they are salt and pepper shakers. They do have their stoppers, and they are signed on the bottom. They're both signed Nambe, and I looked these up. They go anywhere from between $30 to $49, so I'm hoping that they'll sell quickly for me. But they're super, super cute, and I love the mid-century lines of them. This next piece I just saw and was like, I have to grab that. It might go in my collection. I haven't done a Google search for it yet. First of all, you guys know I love my minis. Second of all, I love weird shapes. So I just loved how the spout kind of like went to the side. So that was like so unique. And then on both sides, it has this palm tree, and the palm tree is actually etched into the clay, and the clay is bisque, so there is no glaze, but it is glazed on the inside. So it was intended for maybe some oil or, you know, any kind of liquid. So it is glazed on the inside. It's marked made in Israel, and it has this stamp, but the stamp is not, it's kind of worn off, so I'm not sure if that's the whole stamp, and I don't recognize the stamp. So I need to do a Google search, because like I said, it just says made in Israel, which was very surprising when I tipped it over. And there is no name, so I'm gonna do a Google search and see if I can find anything about it. But if it's not, you know, worth much more than what I paid, I'll probably just keep it in my collection, because it's just very cute and unique. This next brand is by Sasha Brastoff, and this is a USA brand from out of California. They do have that Indian American, like Native American style. This is not the most extravagant of their designs, but how you can tell their designs is that they usually do vases. This is the first time I saw an ashtray, and they did have another one. So I was gonna grab both, but the other one was very badly chipped up. That one was really badly chipped up, and somebody tried to repair it and did not do a very good job. So in that case, I can't really, you know, pick up a piece like that. But how you can tell their pieces is that it'll just be like a painting or coloring or something, and then they'll throw in these accents of very shiny gold. You can see the signature right there, Sasha, and it's also on the back, Sasha Brastoff, and you see the rooster. So they have the rooster print. They also have, or the stamp. They also have a polar bear stamp. So each collection had its own stamp. Sometimes the piece is signed Sasha on the actual design, and sometimes it's not, but that has no distinguishing factor on originality. It's just based on the collection. But usually their pieces are vases of Native American scenes, usually a mother and a child, or a hunter, or a family around like a fire. And then they also have a collection of animals. So they do polar bears, they do seals, and Antarctica scenes. So those are the different collections that I've seen. And like I said, it'll be like a beautiful painting, and then randomly they'll put accents of that gold in there. And so it's very, very distinguishable, their style, and I would highly recommend you look up their pieces. So it's very high quality, very heavy pottery. So I was very excited to finally pick up one of those for my collection. So this brand is a bucket list item, but not necessarily this style. I really want one of their vases, but it was exciting to see it laying there on the table and nobody knew what it was. And I was able to pick it up. This next piece, again, very dirty. I haven't cleaned anything yet. I just saw this piece like this and I was like, oh my goodness, that is the cutest little trinket, you know, dish, whatever. It's a raccoon and it's like really, really cute. And then I turn it over and it says made in England. And so this is the Chateau Fay brand. Made in England. So what this brand is, and this is just based on what my understanding of this brand is from my experience. This is a brand out of England, but they do Asian style, you know, designs. So as you can see, this looks like a kung fu fighting raccoon. And you can see from the name that it's very Asian sounding. So that's about this brand. I'm gonna look it up more and do my research a little bit more before I list it, but I was really excited to find that piece. I have 3 more smaller items and then I'll get to the 2 bigger items that I have in this bin, and then I'm gonna save the most expensive or the most valuable item for the very end. So I know this doesn't look like much. It's just a little marble or onyx scene of a cactus with a donkey and a little Mexican guy. I know it doesn't look like much, but these have been doing really, really well for me, especially the guys who are just sitting with their heads down, those bookends. Yeah, if you're a reseller or a collector of Western things, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They've been doing really, really well for me, and even the little figurines that are just small 3-inch figurines, they do really, really well. So I've never seen, like, usually you see the donkey by itself or the cactus by itself or the cactus and the guy or the guy by itself. So to get all 3 of them in a little mini scene like this, I had to pick it up. And I think it does have some age. It has 3 little nails on the bottom, and they're like those antique looking, they're not antique, but they're like those antique looking furniture nails. And so I'm pretty sure this is a little bit more of a vintage piece, but I picked that up. This is another Artesania Rinconada piece. I say another because I already have 3 listed up on my eBay store right now. I have a lion, I have another dog, I can't remember which dog it was, and then I also have the Champlain dog, I think it's called. It's the limited edition gold one. And so this is another dog, like a Shar-Pei dog. I just loved how he has one eye because the hair is on top of the other eye. It just has full of character, and it is signed on the bottom AR, which stands for Artesania Rinconada. These are pieces that are handmade in Uruguay, and they're all over the place in prices, but if you find someone who's collecting this one or who's really interested in the subject matter, this one being dogs, you can get some really good money for it. So I picked him up to add him to my eBay Artesania Rinconada collection. This is Harmony of the Kingdom, I think is what it's called. They're little resin trinket boxes that are made in England. this is, so some of their pieces go for over $100. I wasn't able to find this exact one, but I did find a bigger one with these like dogs. And what's beautiful about this brand of trinket boxes in particular is that when you look at it, you can't see where the top starts and where it ends. Like, it's a sculpture in and of itself, but then it just fits perfectly how the top comes off. Like, this dog looks like he's just sitting on the dog under him, but really it's the top of the box. So they do really, really great pieces, and these are they're carved. So even though they're made out of a resin material, they are carved, and they're very, very intricate. So you could just see like the different dogs all piled up under here. So again, these are another item that like I see a whole collection of them like at estate sales and stuff, but usually they're way over retail, and so I don't pick them up. So when I saw this one this past weekend, I definitely had to pick it up. Oh, and by the way, these are made in England. So if ever you see a made in China sticker on one of these, it's a replica, because these are originally made in England. So that's another piece that's going to be really hard for me to let go of, just because of how cute and mini it is, but I don't have a use for it, and if somebody is a collector of these, I would love to help them add this one to their collection. Okay, so these last two pieces, again, one of them needs major cleaning. Another made in Israel ceramic piece. This one does have a name on it. Haremos. I did look it up. They do very, very well. I found two of them, so I just feel like I'm not really sure if somebody would have a use to have two of the same exact looking picture. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this as quantity, and the buyer can choose to purchase one or purchase both. And for those of you who are selling on eBay, if you ever do decide to go that route, you do have an option of giving a discount if they choose to take both. So you don't have to do that, but I just want to let you know that that's an option. So these are very mid-century looking, and from what I saw, they're from the 70s. So again, like I said, I'm going to put them up as one listing, but I'll do them as quantity, and the buyer can choose whether to buy one or to buy both. Okay, this last listing, so this is going to be one listing, but it's a pair. These are another bucket list. These are Dresden. They are German pieces, all hand painted. I'm going to show you them together like this, and then get up a little bit closer. Here are the lids. They are ginger jars, all hand painted of different scenes. And actually, I found the same exact pair on eBay sold, and they had them as a courting couple, so like a dating couple. So here you see them together, face forward, and then here they are leaving together from their back on the back of the ginger jars. So I thought that was really, really cool. They're signed on the bottom with a number. Both of them are the same number, same stamp, and you see here Dresden. I'm very, very happy with these. Again, a bucket list item for me to find a Dresden piece. They're beautiful pieces. See any problem with these selling. So it's a very good sign when you go on eBay and you don't see a lot of these listed, but all of what was listed has been sold. that means that these shouldn't really last that for that long. So I'm very, very excited to have picked these up, and I can't wait to see what they do online. So that was my haul for day 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If there is any information that you can give me about any of these pieces, please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to learn from each other. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.